The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, DeMontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
It is that time, everybody. Hello, welcome into the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. The game is all here.
Oh!
You got Hek'ma Harrison here.
We ain't gonna say that.
Got that Darius Slay on.
Yeah, I see him. Boy.
He don't have a team.
We're in their Super Bowl championship color.
Hey, you see him?
In the house.
Yeah, I see the Philly Eagle on the side.
Jalen Hurts is
No such thing.
Eagle.
No such
That's
thing.
crazy.
No such thing.
He just joined the squad.
Yeah, other boys.
Are you serious? Are we gonna do this?
Why you
Are y'all
on
gonna
him
do
like
this?
that? I thought
he
you
did
didn't have
pick
it.
an NFC East team to make the Super Bowl.
Go ahead and introduce the rest of the people.
You throw it
Come
around.
on,
Throw it
Newy.
around.
Stop
Trey
it.
Play it around. Boy.
Former
Hey.
Aggie, former Cowboy. Got Barry Church,
Yes,
former
sir.
Cowboy. I'm
Yes,
Newy
sir.
Scruggs here. All right.
That's what it is.
Sirianni's boy. That's crazy, man.
Let me take my hat off.
Are y'all gonna really?
getting
y'all
like that? I'm like,
I'm not gonna stop wearing my green. Okay.
Wow.
This my uni. Okay.
Hey, you've been rocking green for about a week or two.
telling you,
You know,
man.
ever since you
That's one
told
of
us
my
you went to
favorite
that one store. You
One
know,
of my favorite colors.
Do the bird.
big green.
That's it.
Hold on. Hey, why you
know.
giving him so much
They don't
credit?
know nothing.
I thought you.
They don't know nothing about the time.
He did your
They
mirror.
don't know nothing about the time. Y'all don't know nothing about
I
the
don't know nothing
time.
about
the-
Exactly.
Hey,
exactly.
this is your zone. Don't leave your zone.
And the two.
Aren't you a Kellen Moore fan? Well, I mean,
that's
he's not there no more, so I mean, I guess.
my guy, man.
Now you're a Saints guy.
That's my guy.
Well, they got how much money do they have? Saquon, here's a new bag for you. Zach
You
Bond,
get a
here's
bag.
new
You get a bag. You get a bag.
Micah Parsons was not happy
No.
when he saw the bag.
So the Saquon bag was, we going to the courthouse. No ceremony needed.
Nope.
We going to the courthouse.
Hey, we got-
Don't even worry about it.
Here you go, brother.
Here you go.
Hey, what-
Hey, we ain't gonna make this mistake.
Hey,
Okay. Go ahead and this the first mistake we made. We're gonna re-up this because we already know how we got to the Super Bowl was on them legs.
That's
Speak
facts.
on it.
Okay.
Quadzilla.
What did he say back in the day? We got a good thing here.
Yeah,
So,
we got-
wait, when you got a good thing, you got to lock it down.
Bad.
No need
Right
to know.
away.
No need to know. You just show up at Auntie house. You be like, I didn't know y'all was married. And
Went
Saquon,
straight to the
bam,
courthouse.
How
bag.
does my man in New York still have a job, man? Didn't the GM? What was his name? Martin, not Mara.
Joe Shane.
Dang. How the hell he get a job?
I'm gonna tell you how he got a job. His son. You seen his son made the call and who he said he should have drafted, and look what happened. They said, hey, you listen to your son take this pick this year. It's your last strike. You should be listening to him.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Joe Shane, Giants GM.
Shame.
Still got a job.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Know the right
How
people,
many,
know the
how
right
many
folks.
times? How many times can you make a mistake and you see it pay off on another team?
Ooh,
and you still have your job.
In your division. We
Where's
ain't even
Daniel
talking
Jones?
about the AFC.
Where's Daniel Jones,
I
by
don't
the
even
way?
know. He's somebody backup.
Then he
somewhere.
dives.
Then he dives. Oh,
Wow.
man, you hate to see it, but damn.
You know, Joe Shane always like, hey, there's Nico.
Wow.
He said, exactly. He said, hey, get it off me. Get it off me. Get it
Yeah.
off me. He said, it can always be worse. It can always
Lots of
be
prayers
worse.
to the man.
Now, you know the Murphy's Law. The Murphy's Law, as it relates to the Mavs, is never mind. Don't do it. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. It's a different day, different show. Let's go.
Let's go. Come on.
Yes, because somebody brought up Nico Harris to me. And I said, go see the Giants GM.
Man.
Yeah, he
I
tripping.
said,
Y'all woke up spicy.
that
today.
guy, his owner was like, I'll be mad if I see him in Philly. So not only did you see him in Philly, you saw him running up and down against you in Philly. You see the guy hoisting the Super Bowl. You see him, you know, that historic season.
That was a season.
So that's what's happening in the NFC East with the team that won the division, and then the team that also made the wild card, whose former coaches, Dan Quinn, whose former defensive coordinator, whose former assistant, Joe Witt Jr., they went out and got Deebo Samuel as a wide receiver.
They got gifted Debo.
Man.
For a fifth.
Gifted.
Gift 4-5. What? Thank you.
Gifted.
4-5.
Man,
4-5.
That's what I was.
The
Debo
disrespect.
4-5.
Man.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Ain't go for the fourth.
Bro, here you go. You just not gonna let that go.
Hell
you
nah.
just
Yeah.
go.
What do you
No,
have
man.
5 catches?
Oh wow.
For
5 catches for the
that's why I say it was gifted. That's why I say it was gifted because it's like for a fifth for a fifth for Debo in that offense, I don't care what happened with Debo. Overweight, all that. He's going to be in shape when he show up for OTAs.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be in shape with that first game of the season. I mean, can you imagine with what they have offensively already and to mix in Debo Samuels with that? I mean,
hey, it's about to get spooky. They
Yeah.
just gave Cliff Kingsbury Debo.
Yeah, it's
What-
weird.
Bro, you know how it is when you get cut. You get cut, you go to a new. It's that new fresh air.
yeah.
Like I gotta go let my old girlfriend know, hey, I got this line up. I'm looking,
Crispy.
got it. I'm here. Debo's about to come over there, and if he comes back in peak performance and add that,
And he doesn't have to be the number one guy.
He don't have to.
Because you got Scary Terry out there.
you can't double everybody.
Jaden, you can't double everybody. It's going to be interesting. They're going to be able to spread the field.
They definitely are.
So their general manager in Washington was in San Francisco. So
Adam Peters.
yeah, so
shout out to my dog.
He has intricate knowledge of what Samuel can do, and so. But notice it when I was reading social media. I don't know if you caught some of the comments. People were trying to defend the Cowboys and saying that, hey, you got him for a 5 because of the money. Like I said, it's not apples to apples. And Mingo was on a low contract, and mainly we're fighting Clarence Hill.
Man.
And I you know what? Look, sometimes you just read it. I don't have an opinion. I just read it.
just read it.
You had
He
some
read it.
Cowboy
Bird
fans-
watching.
You had some Cowboy fans that were trying to say, no, it's wrong, and Clarence, you can't say it's the same. But when your initial reaction is a 5th, Mingo 4, make it make sense. And Cowboy fan, several of them were saying because Mingo's younger, cheaper, therefore the pick was higher
Have not.
Yeah.
versus proven player who's been to Super Bowls.
What is he
Is-
on? Was it 22? They got to pick up 22 on it, right? 22. That's not a crazy number for a extremely solid receiver. I ain't gonna say he's, top 3, top 5, but he's an extremely solid receiver out there. And 22, that's not a bad deal.
What I think, just piggybacking on that, is I believe that he's in a league of his own as far as how he can transform from a slot to a running back.
Oh, yeah.
He's dangerous in that way. Short yardage guy.
All purpose.
And that's what the Commanders are getting, and that's why it's like when you're sitting back as a Cowboy fan, it's like, damn, it's an embarrassment of riches. You get Debo for the Commanders in the way that now he's able to maneuver in that offense. I mean, the NFC East is going to be off the chain.
Be very
Offensively, you better get your defenses ready if you're in the NFC East.
Is that why they paid Odigizua so much?
Odigizua.
Because they seen all the weapons that are coming to the play. They trying to solidify defense.
Demontre, I was
My
hoping
bad.
you was going to tell me. Demontre, I was hoping you tell me.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's no slack to him. He looking at his numbers, he's dependable. He's been there. He's been a starter since he's been here consistently. You're young, and from what I'm hearing about his leadership in the locker room, that you can't keep letting all your talent go. Now, does he deserve the bag and this and that? I think he definitely deserved the bag. And if he didn't get it here, he was going to get that somewhere else. So, the Cowboys was like, hey, lock it up. Now, the only other thing about that is you got Micah on the other side. If I'm looking at if I'm Micah, I'm calling my agent and be like, hey, I know we said we're going to make this work and build this team up, but that the bag just got bigger, if that made sense. If you paid him that, what does that say about me? And if you come anywhere close to that number, what you gave him for what I've done and the accolades that I've already proven, I'm feeling slighted as a player. But then that also goes to see, we're going to find out how are you really a team guy, if that makes sense. So as far as paying him, I think the Cowboys did right by solidifying a defense that if you don't know if you can afford Micah and if he's going to go, then yes, don't let all my horses leave the stable. I think it was a desperate move, but hey,
But they were desperate. Stephen Jones talked about it yesterday at the press conference.
Yeah.
He said, if we don't have anybody else, after Osa's Mozzie. That's what he said.
Yes.
So, if anything, Osa, to me, left money on the table by not going to free agents.
100%.
He definitely did, but that lets you know that, one, first of all, you're in Dallas, America's team. If you get paid the money here, off the field, all that stuff is going to be something. But did he really leave money on the table? He left money. He could have caught a couple extra 10, maybe 20 somewhere else or something like that. Or he could have strong armed the Cowboys with them being as desperate as they are, which I felt like he did strong arm them. That's why the number is like when that contract, everybody knew he was going to get paid. But when the numbers came out, everybody was like, you don't think he was back there? He said, hey, I'm gonna loosen up this noogie on you real quick and go ahead and take that discount. And so, great job for him. I think they overpaid him. I think they should have let him walk because you could have spent that money elsewhere. You got to pay Micah and then potentially what's going to be out there this upcoming free agency with all the trades and stuff. So
I'll disagree with you. And I say it from this standpoint. You let him walk away.
no.
Who are you replacing him with? We haven't seen a plan that said, hey, this person is, if Eberflus had somebody in mind or the team did, no, that'll float out there. You
It would.
Hey, there's interest here. You didn't hear that.
You didn't, and that's what it's a double-edged sword because even though you didn't hear that, you still got to pay Micah, and then
But they've always said that and known that. I mean, that's
I know
always
that.
been the case. He's still going to get paid.
So we know he's going to get paid. Will he get paid the bag that he truly deserves? And then once you pay him, are you going to have money to pay other people?
Trey,
Yeah.
Trey. Tell me the last guy Jerry wanted
My God.
who didn't get the full bag.
Oh, you gonna get it?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, true.
I know. I get. No, I get.
But go down the list.
No.
Who is the last guy where player agent didn't come in there setting the market? They just don't do deals for their top guy. They set the market. CD, he didn't take. CD didn't go. Well, he's going to be the fourth. No, CD came. That everybody come in. Everybody.
Yeah,
Zach
okay.
Martin,
So-
Travis Frederick.
That is true. That's what I'm
Everybody
saying.
come in there.
And that's what I'm saying. Once you set the market, you've already paid this money, Diggy this money. You're going to set the market with Micah because he's going to get what he's going to get. But then after that, where's the rest of the bag? There's still other holes that need to be filled.
Can we talk about production? Yeah, that's all. And let's talk about production from a player standpoint. And Osa, if he got over on him, if he should have, sat in a little longer to see if there was anything extra, maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe he didn't shop his deal with other teams. I think when the Cowboys came to the table with their deal, his pen could hit the pad quick enough to sign it and get on with it.
Hey, I'm here.
But my apprehension on it was based off of production alone. That's all I'm saying. And I didn't, and I'm sure Steven wasn't saying that he was, what was the word you used? Desperate? They were, and he wasn't desperate in negotiation. He probably was trying to be, strong arm Osa as well. But it reeks of player development. It reeks of what are you looking at in the draft? It reeks of our inability to bring in free agents that are worth their salt that can help us. You pay a guy that you don't think that you were probably on the fence with as far as his production is concerned, but also you're not shopping that deal looking at other guys that are out there that are available to you because free agency is about to start. That was my only thing. And yes, Osa is the guy. I mean, excuse me, Mozzie is all that you have. And if you're going to point to that, then obviously that puts you in a state of desperation. That puts you in a state of desperation not only from a free agency standpoint, but also in draft. What you're going to draft. And rounds 1 through 3 is what I want to see. Because if you don't come out to shoot with a defensive lineman or offensive something, you got to show in these first 3 picks that you have what your needs are, and it's all in the trenches for the Cowboys.
So
Who would have been out there on free agents? It's the perfect storm. We all know it. There are players that we feel that don't deserve a bag, that do deserve a bag. Off of him being dependable, consistent, and being there, what's out there? Who are you really going to bring in that's that much better than him and that's dependable and you know what you're getting? Because we also know that once you get the bag, you have that fear of, like, will you get complacent or will that make you more motivated?
But DeMontre, we got 31 other teams that you can see that are making moves that don't just sit on their hands and say for who, for what. Make a move.
Exactly.
Make a move.
And this was the Cowboys making a move, and that's why I said Was it the right move that a lot of fans wanted? No, but in the eyes, you can't be mad because now this is the one thing that the Cowboys have been saying for years. Go get your guy, do it right now, and pay that guy. And when it came up time to say for this guy, they said that was their guy, and they paid for him.
Once again, they waited too late.
Yeah.
The time to do this was last year.
It definitely was with other players.
You could have got, but just Osa alone. Osa alone, you could have got him at a cheaper price last year. But going into, you wanted to make a guy prove it and okay. And you wanted to take care of Dak and CeeDee Lamb, so you waited. So this is the cost of waiting. The price went up.
I love it.
And we can debate all day long. Hey, man, no, this ain't Aaron Donald part 2.
No. Chris Jones.
No. But guess what?
Yeah.
You needed a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
You didn't have anything else. And before you let him walk out of the door for nothing, pay this man, and at least you have something because Eberflus needs, in this defense, you need this player. So therefore, the value of the player for them, that it increased.
Yeah.
Perfect storm.
And exactly, perfect storm. So he was a free agent. He had a great year. He was healthy. You bring in Matt Eberflus.
The demand. Hey, that's why if I understand why he didn't go to free agency. In an Eberflus defense, the wide front and the 4D lineman, all it's about is just penetration. Can you cause gap, and can I get linebackers to fill the holes right there? And if that guy is that guy, it's like, oh, man, I'm about to be making plays. I'm about to be getting sacked. I got paid the money, so I'm going to have the opportunity. And once again, you're on America's team. The attention that's going to be there to you, the pressure. If I'm him, I'm like, hey, this is where I'm about to elevate. Pressure make diamonds or bust pipes right now.
And no state taxes.
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
It was a perfect storm for Osa.
The perfect
storm. You hit free agency at a time where the Cowboys desperately needed a defensive tackle. You hit a high mark, 20-something a year, no state taxes. And for him, I'm good.
I ain't got to move my house. Well, get a bigger house.
But outside looking in, we ain't a part of the organization. Outside looking in, man, did they feel the need? Because if you look at the rest of the division, if we're being completely honest, that's what we do here on the Players Lounge. Osa Odigizua is a rotational player for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a rotational player for the Washington Commanders. He may start with the New Yorkers. They got that big boy in there as well at New York defensive line. Did they feel that need with Odigizua here with the Dallas Cowboys? Because let's not mistake. You said he had a great year. He was also part of that defensive line that was getting ran through. Okay, like I'm just play alone. I'm just looking at it from play alone.
I'm definitely there with you, but like you said, I can't let everything go when everything is retiring, breaking down.
This is true.
And so on the outside looking in, I'm gonna be like, dang.
This is true.
That's why I asked you. I said I don't think. As a fan, I would be like, yo, we shouldn't have paid him that much. We should have just let him go out there because he would have got it in another conference, but not over here for what we need. But then it's like you're rolling the dice. Do I really want to go over there and wait for the girl that might not give me a date when I got the girl that's consistent, that's here, right? And potentially
You're the last one.
He's not trash. Like I'm not saying he's trash.
Come on with me. You're the last one left. This is last call. This is last call. Look at you down there at the end of the board. Come with me.
That's what he did. They kept
Come
right
on,
there.
Guys.
Hey, but I'm telling you right now, do not be mad if this man turns into Cinderella.
You think so?
It could.
That bag.
And you're talking about it from a scheme standpoint. You're talking about from scheme standpoint, and Eberflus's scheme is going to accentuate some of the talents, some of the things that he already has in his wheelhouse. I look at him when he played with Dan Quinn. You know, he had an opportunity under Dan Quinn, and you still had a defense that would left more to be desired in the running game, stopping the run as well. So, look, all these guys have built-in excuses. 3 different defensive coordinators in the last 3 seasons. Oh, have we not seen the best of him? Okay. And he got the bag. Now we get an opportunity. Now we get an opportunity to really judge. And let's just be honest. Let's be black and white now. All right, black and white now.
If he don't show up, I'm gonna be the first one to say, hey, he came in there mask on and said, hey, drop out. I need everything. Or I'm gonna be the same one to say he gonna come in there and say, hey.
Let's get a break.
Consistency is key.
Let's get a break in here. Zach Martin.
Say no mask.
No mask.
Zach Martin's retired for the Dallas Cowboys. We'll reflect on your former teammate, Barry Church.
Yes, sir.
More next. Hek'ma Harrison is here. I'm Newy Scruggs. Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Dallas Cowboys Game Day is brought to you by Captain Morgan, the official spiced rum of the NFL. The NFL season is full of legendary tales on and off the field. And when you follow the captain within you, stories become stuff of legends. So gather your crew and visit followthecaptain.com to begin your adventure. Please drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1. Any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12. No crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31. Anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
The first ever Lone Star Smokeout is coming to Arlington. Watch headliners John Party, Cody Jinks, Midland, and more at the 3-day Outdoor Country Music Festival. I don't even want to know. Plus, enjoy a barbecue from some of the best pit masters in the country. Get your tickets today at SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing partner at AT&T Stadium.
You're dirty.
Hey, I'm going out there to get me some good.
What you said, brisket?
Yes.
Brisket.
The Arlington Smokeout.
That brisket, baby.
You got
Cheech and Chong will be there.
No, they won't. No, they won't. Maybe chicken.
Rodriguez.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Man.
I was trying. Zach Martin.
Hold up.
Oh, I get my boy the last with y'all, man. I love this.
I love this.
Yes,
I love
but
this.
they're regulated, baby. All right.
You know why we call it the Players Lounge, baby?
Hek'ma Harrison is here. Trey Moore, Barry Church.
Yes,
I'm Newy
sir.
Scruggs. This show is brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Rare is it in today's professional sport, a player retires and everyone unanimously says, first ballot, Hall of Famer. 100%. We don't even, it's just boom, mic drop, Hall of Fame. Next stop, Hall of Fame. That happened yesterday at the Star when Zach Martin retired from the Dallas Cowboys. And Barry Church, Trey Moore, you all played with one Zach Martin, number 70. So I'll turn the floor over to you.
No, yeah, I had the pleasure of being Zach's teammate for 3 years, his first 3 years in the league before I went to Jacksonville. And, you know, you hear it all the time, kind of corny coach talk about, you know, first in the room, last to leave, you know, the hardest worker. But this is true when you talk about Zach Martin and exactly what he personified as a professional out there. He wasn't a big rah-rah guy that, you know, bring up the troops, Cowboys on 3, you know, we're going to do that. He wasn't that. He was a lead by example. And he showed each and every one of those young guys behind him how to be great when you go out there. I mean, the guy has more, all pros or Pro Bowls than holding penalties out there. And he's been like that since day one. All right? Like, when my welcome to the league moment happened 4 years after I got to the league by a rookie, which is crazy. And I'm talking about Zach Martin here. You know, we're coming out, and they, you know, the Cowboys, they try to do that. You got to earn your position. You got to, you know, earn this thing. Man, by day 3, Zach Martin was running with the ones. So I'll never forget it, man. We in cover 3, and in cover 3, the strong safety, you come down, you got the force, which means you got to make the running back cut back inside.
Put your socks.
It's a power play. which means DeMarco Murray's going to do his little counter step and then come to the outside. In a power play, you also get the guard that pulls as well. In this situation, it happened to be Zach Martin. So I'm reading it. I'm like, oh, I got this. I'm coming down here. I'm going to either make this play or I'm going to force it back to the rest of my help on the defensive line. I see Zach Martin pulling. I'm like, oh, this young rookie, he don't know what the heck is going on. But as he getting closer, I'm like, oh, this dude got a lot of head of steam. Let me put my shoulder in there, at least study him up a little bit. Man, when I tell you this man knocked me from the hash marks damn near to the numbers. It was that real.
That's a long way.
That's a long ways. And y'all remember the old Martin sitcom back in the 90s when Martin would get tossed and there would be like a cut to a rag doll. Man, that was me. All right. And I'm like, I'll parallel. My feet are parallel to the ground.
No,
and I'm just in the air like,
That's messed up.
I know this dude didn't do me like that. So as soon as I hit the ground, I hop back up. Marinelli, don't lay on the ground. All my teammates like, yeah, good job forcing it back, Church. Good job forcing everything back. Scandrick, all those boys. They hyping me. Yeah, good job. So then we get to the meeting room. After practice,
Dog Pound Club.
And you know what it is.
Yes, sir.
And,
Shout out to
Garrett,
him.
we always talk about it. He got this damn Garrett vision where he breaks down these plays after practice. So, he bring his old laser pen out there. He's circling it. This is what we want right here, gentlemen. You'll see this right here. This is what we want. Circling that play. He rewound it probably about 4 or 5 times. This is the physicality we need. I'm just flying back and forth every time he rewinds it. And I'm sitting there and I'm getting hot. I'm getting mad as hell.
He's going back and forth.
Rewind. I'm like, cuts this thing back.
Look right here. Look, it look better in slow motion. Rewind.
If he cuts this thing back one more time, I'm gonna be mad. Of course, he cut it back one more time. I stood up, and you do that thing again, I'm gonna cut your big ass. I'm talking to Zach Martin. Everybody started dying laughing like, oh, Church got hot. He got all his feelings now. But no, just to bring it back to Zach after all of that is, man, this dude is the ultimate professional, and I'm glad I was his teammate in those early years. And, his play, the rest is history, Hall of Fame career. But, man, salute to that man because, he's one of those ones. He's one of the great ones that I've ever seen play the game at his position.
I bet you saluted him.
Man, I was mad.
Later on in his career.
I thought it was bad. I was like, oh, I didn't get hit that bad.
Hey, you hurt.
I was parallel to the ground. They had to tell Zach, like, all right, man, like, don't be lowering your helmet, hitting these guys like that. Bro, I was sick. But it happened, though.
I'm telling you. For me, like, it's personal because not only was we teammates, but I had to go up against this guy. Not only did I have to go against him as a teammate, but I got to see him on the other side of the ball when I was at the Giants. And so for him to come in and be the guy that he is, the Cowboys has this history of lineage of going and getting offensive linemen and getting them while they're young and putting them behind other people. So for him to come in, you got Tyron Smith that everybody's talking about. You got Travis Frederick that they're talking about. You got them talking about, hey, you remember the old Cowboys when they had B. Waters and them? Oh, man, Larry Allen, they've been moving stuff since moving stuff. And then all of a sudden they talk about Zach Martin, he getting drafted there and this and that. And I'm like, ain't no rookie I don't care what y'all talking about. Like, I'm about to go in here and sauce him up. And when I tell you, I wasn't going against him like that. But when I seen him on film and they said them cross stunts and we had to run a text, I was like, oh, snap. Bet as soon as I come in here, ain't no rookie gonna touch me. I came in, and when I tell you that boy hit me with a stone wall, and it was like, like, you know how you walk into a door and then you like, oh, it's the wrong way. This is like, I'm supposed to pull it versus open. It was like that, and I had to stop and just deviate, and I was like, yeah, Coach, hey, from now on, can we do a tech stunt, please? Like, make the tackle go, for y'all that don't know, make the tackle go first, clean that up, make sure his hands ain't on me so I can get here scot-free. And just, it's a testament to him. You always had him on the game plan it's very few guys that you come in day one and you say, hey, that's the guy that we're watching. He commanded that respect on a line that was with a prime Tyron Smith, a prime Travis Frederick. Like, he brought these guys in. And like you said, it's very rare that somebody spends their whole career with somebody. And for you to drop the mic like that, it was like, oh, man, seeing him on the other side in that scouting report. But when I got here to see who he was, I thought he was going to be nasty. I thought he was going to be violent, everything that he was on the field. But he was the gentle giant. Yep. He don't, like he said, he don't say much. He don't none of the offensive linemen, let's get that straight, here at the Cowboys talk like that. They always was the silent killer. But to see him, and I come over there, joke with him and this and that, and he'll just go out here, go to practice, go through the motion, but then all of a sudden, it's like Goku. He just turns up out of nowhere and goes Super Saiyan and hit you with something. You like, my bad, bro. Hey, just practice. Just chill out. Yeah. And so for him to go do that, be a unanimous Hall of Famer, one, my hat goes off to him. I saluted him as a competitor, but I even gained a bigger, more found respect for him as a teammate because he really was the first guy in, the last guy out. Like him and Tyron, they all pulling up. All the greats, they pull up together. They taught him that tradition, and not only did they teach him the tradition, he embraced it and took it further than beyond. Like you said, he's a perennial Pro Bowler. He's been like, how many holding calls does he have in his career?
8 or 9 or 7.
It's
crazy.
Less than 10 digits.
That's
and then all on 7 holding calls in your whole career with the same team. Like, that's what everybody – the only thing that he's missing is a Super Bowl. But as far as, like, individually wise, he's done that and more. He's like, when everybody gave their flowers to Aaron Donald and said, you're a generational talent, that's the same conversation that everybody around the league should be having about Zach Martin. All players are having that. The fan base is having that. So for him, salute, well done, go into the Ring of Honor. And when you get that gold jacket, man, I just hope they show me on the highlight tape so I can say I was around great.
Don't put my highlight on there.
Go YouTube the Senior Bowl practice between Aaron Donald and Zach Martin.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
One-on-one drills.
Ooh.
In Mobile. Heck, what you got on this?
Look, I love the fact that a generational player gets an opportunity to get his flowers in real time. Not a lot of times, great players don't get that. And you know, I just go back to draft night when we could have done much worse, and I went Johnny Manziel instead of Zach Martin. Thank God for all those. You're okay. It's okay. It was one of the best decisions ever made in Cowboy history.
14 teams with
you know, where that we went Zach Martin, and man, just watching him, as you know, when you understand that you're watching greatness. You're watching the guy in real time actually be dominant over other grown men playing this game. And, you know, my conversations about Zach Martin, I've had these conversations with my uncle, Joe Green, about Zach Martin, and I quote, he could have played during our time. And that's something,
high praise.
And that's something that, you know, when I've talked to Zach, I've told him, man, look, I got to tell you what my uncle said about you, you know, and he's just a great player to watch, a great player when you go back and you watch trench, and I've always told you guys, trench warfare, when I'm calling a game, I'm watching the trenches. And when I'm watching a game, I'm watching the trenches. And number 70 has always been that dude that has dominated his one-on-ones. He's dominated when he's pulling. You see guys get to the carpet when number 70 is coming. And that's just the respect that guys have for you. And when you hear guys like yourselves talking about him, that's echoed all around the league and what the words has been about Zach Martin. So, man, I got ticked off last season when he was getting a lot of criticism, and it was only because of who he has been consistently as a pro. So, man,
that's can I just interrupt right there? You hit it. That's what makes this so great right now, because the flack that he did get last year, and to see everybody, we know it's a turn league. For him to immediately announce that retirement and get his flowers, it's like it's a full circle moment. Like, oh, y'all really do love me. Y'all do appreciate me. Like, as a player, that's great. But then not the one thing that we're talking about him as a player, but I think we all four can agree on is not only as great of a player he is, the person, the human being, like knowing him and how he embraces everybody from top to bottom on that roster, no matter if you're Ezekiel Elliott or if you're a journeyman like me, like he gives your flowers. D-Moore, you made that play. Church, you did this. Like he gives his credit, doesn't talk much, but his personality is very rare. Do you meet somebody that is great like that, but will be humble enough to talk to everybody and do that too? So that's why I'm saying it's. He deserves it. When you say that certain people deserve it, I'm glad he's getting it. And so, just had to throw that 2 cents in there.
Clarence Hill had a good point yesterday on the Media Mash and Cowboy beat writer where he said Zach Martin is the best Cowboys player in organization post Super Bowl, post their Super Bowl wins. and we kind of thought about it, and we did bring up DeMarcus Ware's name.
Yeah.
But I sided with Clarence because I said Rare is the talent where not only when he's retiring, he's going to the Hall of Fame, you can argue he is one of the top 5 at his position to ever play that position in this league.
And doesn't that get tough when people have recency bias or they don't know about those that played before him? But when it comes down to Zach Martin, none of that even comes into play. Everybody agrees with what you just said.
Yeah. I mean, they were talking about one of the top 5 guards in history that have ever played this game. He is there in the mix, and it's phenomenal. So congratulations to him. 5 years he will go, whether it's Shireen Williams or whoever's going to make the presentation for Zach Martin. I think it's pretty easy. Zach Martin, 11 years, 9 Pro Bowls, 7 first-team All-Pros.
Keep going.
No, that's it.
That's all he needed.
I present Zach Martin.
Yes, sir.
All right, our final break coming up right here on the. This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
How do you tell the world about all the great gifts in the Yeti store? Let her rip, Troy.
All right, folks, let's get started with the Yeti French Press. Enjoy coffee that stays hot for hours in a French press. 34 ounce for you, 6'4" for the cruise. The Yeti French Press. Up next, waterproof bags. Bags waterproof. Submersible waterproof doubles. Waterproof bags. World's mostly water, so get a waterproof Yeti bag. Do I smell something cooking? Oh, new cast iron skillets made to be passed down like Mama's recipes. Take a steak, cornbread, cobbler's pot pie, and potatoes next level with 3 sizes of Yeti cast iron skillets.
Gear, gifts, and product experts. Visit the Yeti store on McKinney Street and at South Lake Town Square today.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboy Nation, Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is now exclusively in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today to receive access to all new Cowboy Drops features, team news, and pre-sale access, and fan and kid of the game. Download the app now to join.
All right, Hek'ma Harrison, appreciate you very much. This Players Lounge is brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Got Barry Church, Trey Moore here. I am Newy Scruggs. So,
yeah.
I saw Michael Parsons at Mavs ball on Sunday. And he likes to tweet a lot of stuff, but ultimately, my thought is this, and you guys tell me everything. He's going to be here. He likes being here.
Yeah.
I don't, and he's going to get paid.
Oh, yeah.
First, we know he's going to get paid. But overall, he likes this scene. He likes this. He likes the way he's treated. He likes being a star. He likes it here.
Yeah.
The star likes the star.
It's a difference being a superstar here in
100%.
Dallas versus being a superstar anywhere else. Yeah, Micah's going to get the bag. You saw Max Crosby contract come through yesterday, and you're like, yeah, if Max Crosby got that, then obviously you know what Micah's going to get. And I would have thought that the organization would have done Micah's contract before Osa's, but fine. You see them clearing out, restructuring and all that with CD and now Dak, and they're clearing up money. Maybe clearing up money not only for Micah, but for moves coming ahead because they have to make a splash. Because you've said it before, there are too many holes to fill. And if you're going to give Coach Schottenheimer a chance this season, you're going to have to give him some dogs, some people to operate with. And there are a ton of names that have been cut that I've already in our group chat. I've thrown names around. I'm getting shot down, but that's all right. That's all right. Something's going to happen. Something's going to give. But Mike is our guy. Yeah. Mike is our guy. And if you're going to go as far as to some of these other guys that we've seen get paid, and you said, as you stated, Jerry doesn't lose on getting his guys and anyone that he wants to sign. I believe Micah's in that list of superstars that he wants to sign, he wants to have here, wants him to retire as a Dallas Cowboy. And look, I just think as far as this defense is concerned with Coach Eberflus, you want all of that. You want to bring in the guys in the draft, but also get guys during free agency so you can ramp up this defense. Because last season, look, this is a wash. You didn't get any production from that. Michael was hurt for a lot of the majority of the season. But look, I look for them to get that contract taken care of because you have to.
It's playing for Eberflus. You have to get it done. Think about it. When at his time at the Colts, you had DeForest Buckner, you had Kwity P, you had Ty that was on the outside. Like, you had a superstar, and then you had somebody consistently. Yeah. You locked it up with Oa. Now you have to lock it up with a generational talent and Micah. And like you said, the star loves the star. Like, he gets everything that he wants with his media, broadcasting and stuff like that. And then on top of that, I think he kind of feed off of the – He's finally turned that corner to where it's like the media doesn't bother him. Like, he's learned to make the media work for him. So, like, all the stars are aligning. And then when you go schematically wise, like, you got your consistent guy. You got somebody that's dependable and all right here that's going to do that. It's going to free this up for me. I'm going to still do that. So, like you said, Jerry doesn't miss on his guys. He never does. Even when it's always been a question. When are you going to pay Dez Bryant? Hey, when are you going to pay Zach Martin? When are you going to play Ezekiel Elliott? When are you going to pay Dak? His guys get that bag. So Michael's going to get the bag. It's just about how much of a bag he's going to get, because the longer you prolong that, the more expensive it gets. Just like, and you don't want to have those feelings, and this is just me speaking from a fan's perspective, you don't want to have those feelings with the Oas or the Dak Prescott, like, oh man, if we'd have just paid Dak 2 years ago, we wouldn't be sitting over here restructuring his contract. If we'd have paid Ezekiel a couple years ago, maybe he wouldn't have held out and went to Cabo, and we could have seen the time Zeke that went there. So that's my only thing, is like, now that Oa got it, show Micah the love and respect that he needs to make him more motivated to be here, because he already wants to be here, but you need to add that gas and accelerant. So it's just about, when is it going to happen? And then, because if you keep waiting and that price keep going up, Max just got his bag. Well, guess what? He might not need the Max deal, but he needs to be somewhere in that ballpark, or it's going to be a disrespect. And now, with you having to pay him, because we know Jerry's going to do it, are you going to be able to go get the rest of those dogs? Are you going to be able to go fix the other side of the trenches? Are you going to lock up only 2 star players on your defensive line? Like, that's where it gets a little dangerous and dicey.
Yeah, he's going to get paid. He has to. With an Eberflus defense, a lot of zone, they rush forward. You got to have somebody that get after the quarterback.
They better pay him before he get in this defense.
If you don't, then you're not going to get any pressure on the quarterback, and his defense is going to get picked alive. So the deal's going to get done. It's just a matter of when and what the amount is going to be. And I see him being one of the highest non-paid quarterbacks in the National Football League.
That'll be Max Crosby for 2 weeks. He'll be
2 weeks. Max Crosby and take the second place, big dog.
Go ahead.
And Max will be just fine with that.
Fine with that.
He won't cry.
I'm gonna tell you like this: them state taxes over here, and him getting a bigger bag is gonna look better for Micah though. So, hey, slow and steady wins the race.
Hek'ma Harrison,
what's up, bro?
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Trey Moore. Appreciate you. Barry Church, appreciate you. Chris Beam,
that green on,
Joshie, everybody here at Dallas Cowboys.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't ever do that to you, dog.
Boys, be out here.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?